Alright, so I woke up early to download the new Narco Roads DLC, which is available right now for those who don't know. And while it was downloading, I decided to go online and check out some of the reviews. So for today's video, I'm going to be sharing some of those reviews that I came across. A couple things I should mention before we get started is that if you've already purchased the Season Pass or the Narco Roads DLC, and you haven't played it yet, then you might not want to watch this video because there is going to be some spoilers. But if you're one of those people who are wondering whether or not you should purchase this DLC, then you may want to stick around and watch some of these reviews. Another thing I should probably mention is that I got these reviews from Reddit. One is r/GhostRecon and the other one is r/Wildlands, and I'll leave a link to both of them in the description. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out some of the reviews. This first one, as you can see, is called F This DLC. And obviously this one has to do with the new DLC. It says, F you Ubisoft, I was defending you. I was going to be the one to say people needed to lighten up and that this would be fun, even if it is a bit different. But you all are all incompetent morons. Why would you think people want to play a completely different, non-transferable character in a small portion of the map? And this non-transferable character seems to be one of the main things people are complaining about with this DLC. And you also won't be able to transfer your weapons or mods from your original character. So that seems to be one of the biggest complaints that I've seen. But yeah, let's go ahead and check out the rest of this thread, see if anybody else said anything. Let's see. We have another person that said, I'll be honest, I'm a huge shield for this game. It's one of my most favorite games to have come out on console. But then they go on to say that this DLC is an absolute abortion. I have no idea what they were on when they thought it would have been well received. Somebody effed up in a big way. It's so trashy that I'm going to try to forget that it even exists because it is embarrassing. And then directly below that, somebody else says, I'm right with you. I agree, this is embarrassing. And another person says that they feel robbed. And this is another post from OP. And he said, yeah, it already dropped. It sucks. You have to make a new character again, which is one of the main things people have been complaining about. All of the new DLC guns that are actually cool are locked into the DLC areas. So that means the new guns that you get with Narco Roads, you won't be able to transfer over to the original map. And that's another thing people have been complaining about. And the same thing is true for the DLC clothing as well. And another thing I noticed a lot of people have been complaining about is that there really isn't a whole lot of combat in the Narcos Road DLC. So yeah, that's pretty much all the reviews from this thread. Let's go ahead and check out another one. Alright, so I see another thread called Narco Road, and it has quite a few comments, so we'll go ahead and check those out. It says, this DLC is repulsive. I played 2 hours and I doubt I'll play anymore. I love this game and this is utter lunacy. All this ain't Saints Row or GTA skeptics were right, an utter waste of time. And when I scroll down in the comments, one person said the main gear grind is that it's just not following the tone of the main game. And in the same thread I scrolled down, somebody else said, I'm with you on this, OP. Lasted 10 minutes before I uninstalled it. I don't know what Ubisoft was thinking, but I won't be playing this DLC again. And that's pretty much all the reviews for that one. Let's go ahead and see if we can find another one on this subreddit. Here's another one called What Do You Like, Dislike About Narco Roads. Let's see what this one says. Dislike everything, like nothing. This next comment tried to provide a positive feedback. They say they love Ghost Recon and they're excited for what's to come. One thing they like about it is that it's not connected to the main game because they didn't want the original map to be covered in monster trucks and rainbow cars. But with that being said, they also feel like the new storyline and gameplay is a bit cancer and it is not at all what I expected or want out of Wildlands. And then they also go on to say that on the bright side, at least it can only get better from here. But yeah, that's pretty much all the ones I'm going to read from that one. Let's see if we can find any other ones. Let's see if we can find any from here. First, people will get their hands on Narco Road, answer some questions, give us their opinion. Let's see what they say. Alright, so I found a comment that gave a positive review, kind of. They started off by saying this DLC is brilliant, but then they go on to say that if you want an awkward racing game in Bolivia, then you should get the DLC, which doesn't really sound like a compliment to me. And then they also go on to say that they're a bit worried that the next DLC will follow the same formula. So they started off saying that it was brilliant, but that it's also awkward, and they hope the next DLC will be slightly better. So sort of a positive comment, kind of. Alright, so that's pretty much all the ones I got from this first subreddit. I'm gonna go ahead and close it, and we'll see what we can find on this next one, which is r/Ghost Recon. Alright, so one of the top rated threads that I'm seeing that has to do with the new DLC is this one. And it says they love Wildlands, but Narco Roads is awful. They could redeem themselves though. Just let me take my character into the game and make the new guns available in both the DLC and base game, and same with the vehicles. And again, that seems to be one of the main problems with this DLC. It seems like majority of the people don't like the fact that they're not able to use their original character along with the weapons and mods that they already unlocked. And they don't like the fact that they're not able to use the DLC guns and the DLC vehicles in the original game. And with this comment, somebody says Narco Roads is 75% driving, 10% jumping around with nitro, 5% crashing into things because of poor driving mechanics, 8% shooting, and 2% fun. And again, that's another one of the main things people don't like. It's not really a whole lot of combat in this new DLC. And again, it's also centered around driving and racing, which most people think have poor mechanics. And this other comment says, don't forget bike trials. Really? I'm going to pretend this DLC doesn't exist. It's an embarrassment to the franchise. We also have another thread right here that has to do with the new DLC. And it says here, first thing I was disappointed in was the fact that no new weapons have been added other than old guns with unique paint jobs. So the new guns that they added aren't really new guns. They're guns that are already available in the normal game. They're just like the unique weapons. They won't be able to be customized, and you also can't use these new unique weapons in the normal game either. So again, that seems to be one of the main things people don't like about the new DLC. He also goes on to say that the new side missions and main missions aren't as tactical or challenging. They all seem dumbed down and basic. After scrolling down, I found another comment where one guy says, I'm literally 10 minutes into it and I want to throw up. Another guy says, seriously, it's so bad I turned it off. Mature gamer, have been a player and supporter since the first Ghost Recon, but after attempting the bike trials, I walked away. This is not what I want from this game in any way, shape, or form. It's truly disheartening. Another guy says, followers, dubstep, monster trucks, yeah, F this. Going back to the regular game and pretending this didn't happen. And after scrolling down, another guy says this DLC is an abortion and they should be embarrassed for releasing it. I absolutely love the game, and it makes me sad that they would think it would have been well received. I'm going to try to forget it even exists and just play the normal game. And the last thread we're going to check out, because I know this video is probably getting kind of long, also has to do with the new DLC. And the first comment says, the most horrible part about Ghost Recon Wildlands is driving. And they're making fun of how Ubisoft decided that they should focus this first DLC on driving. And the last comment I'm gonna read says, I like absolutely nothing. I want to focus on stealth and squad-based combat, not Instagram followers and monster trucks going off of stunt jumps. Cons the whole thing. But yeah, to sum things up, it seems like most people don't like the fact that there aren't really any new weapons. They're not able to transfer their current character over to the DLC, as well as the weapons and mods, and they're also not able to transfer their DLC weapons and mods and vehicles over to the original game. Some people don't like the storyline as well as the gameplay, and a lot of people didn't like that there wasn't a lot of combat. But yeah, with that being said, keep in mind that when it comes to forums, people usually give more negative feedback than they do positive. But I did want to give a heads up to those who are considering whether or not they should purchase this DLC. And like I said earlier, I will be uploading some Narco Roads DLC over the next few days if you want to check it out. But yeah, that'll do it for this video. If y'all enjoyed it or found it useful, don't forget to do what you do. I'm A1. Thanks for watching.